Now at 6, a growing business in the Tri-Cities, offering dozens of variations of banana bread. But tonight, the owner says her latest venture goes beyond baked goods. Stacy?
Baked goods and good weather. How about that? We had a nice day today. We're going to see warmer temperatures with a little ripple in between. I'll tell you what that is coming up in my first alert weather forecast.
And a new test project bringing worms to the Tri-Cities airport. They are not going on vacation, though. We're going to talk about what is happening there.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner.
And I'm Austin Reed. Wednesday night, 3 years, the years-long debate over what to do about downtown parking in Yakima is coming to a close.
We've been following this for quite a while now. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us the Yakima City Council has finally come to a decision.
The city says the new plan is a compromise that allows parking to remain free and open while at the same time allowing a little bit more flexibility for people who want to stay a little longer downtown.
After many hours of listening, many hours of staff work, many hours of council work, I think that we came up with a very reasonable and fair and hopefully long-term solution.
Street parking will stay at a 2-hour limit, but
we will have up to 3 hours of free parking in the lots. We decided that we would try that before we got a QR code system to add additional time.
the price of a monthly parking permit, which allows people to park in those lots all day, dropped from $50 to $20. Parking tickets for staying longer than the time limit also dropped from $50 to $20, plus a shift to one standard enforcement time for all of downtown.
We're changing everything 8 to 5.
The city not relying on parking ticket and permit revenue to fund maintenance of its parking lots. Instead,
We do have some income in the general fund right now that's available for that, and we're going to use it to do the lots. They'll be crack sealed, they'll be fog sealed, which is an oil finish on them. They'll be restriped, repainted, other repairs will be done.
the city council should get a copy of that ordinance at its meeting next week and be able to take a vote. After they vote, the changes will take effect 30 days afterward, which will likely mean early May. Reporting from the Yakima newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Emily. Now, inflation upped the cost of a long-awaited project to build an outdoor pool in East Yakima and delayed it by a couple of years. But now they are getting closer to the goal. The total cost of the proposed aquatic center at Martin Luther King Jr. Park is $10.5 million. They've gotten over $3 million from the city, $3 million from the county, over $2 million from the state, and over $2 million through community fundraising. Now they're just $400,000 short, with construction set to start in June.
So at next Tuesday night's meeting, we'll bring to them a contract for the contractor to begin the work. And we think some additional dollars will come in from now until next Tuesday. But if it doesn't, then City Council will have to make a decision whether to award that bid, even though there's a little bit of a shortfall.
If all goes as planned, the aquatic center should open in June of next year. And tonight, the city of Pasco is just now starting a hearing about plans to put an inflatable dome over the Memorial Park pool. The city already signed off on plans to buy the dome, which can be inflated during the fall, winter, and spring, then stored during the summer. Officials are hoping to make it so the pool can stay open year-round. The hearing that's happening right now will determine whether a permit for the inflatable dome is approved. That is happening over at Pasco City Hall.
All right, time to talk about our weather. The weekend, we've made it to the hump day. We've made it midway through.
Midweek, and we're starting to see some calmer weather out there, Stacy.
That's right. And our temperature is a little cooler than we thought they would get today. We were hoping closer to 70, made it up to 65 in the Tri-Cities. Right now, though, 63, 55 right now in Dayton, 61 in Yakima. So a little bit cooler, but don't worry, those warmer temperatures are on the way. Here's our Legends Casino sky cam, seeing a few high clouds out there, and you'll continue to see that. The winds are nice and light. Our sunset tonight at 7:38. Now, if you were lucky enough to check out the Dust Devil home opener last night, here were the fireworks. We caught this on our new station tower cam, and we'll be tracking that and following that every time they do have those fireworks. So hopefully the game, they have a chance to win tonight. We'll see. They're playing Spokane once again. So partly cloudy and quiet. If you're heading out to the game, grab a coat. A little bit on the cool side. The wind much better this evening. Temperatures mostly in the 40s. So partly cloudy, calm night ahead. little cloudy, a little bit breezy in some areas tomorrow. We could see some light showers moving through the Yakima Valley, foothills of the Blues tomorrow. Overall, we're getting ready for a really nice weekend. I'll tell you just how nice it's going to be coming up in my First Alert full weather forecast. Austin, Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacey. Well, we've been talking about a lot of the growth all across the Tri-Cities. This one, though, is the kind of success story that we just love to tell.
So 2 local entrepreneurs are teaming up for a brand new venture centered on a familiar and very beloved product. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma explains, new at 6.
What started with events around town has now expanded into their own lounge space. With Jenny Spence's passion for poetry and Aubrianne Johnson's love for baking, they created Ob's Lounge Gourmet Bread and Poetry.
I mean, our passion to help people.
Spence takes charge of the poetry side as the founder of Spoken Space, a safe space to be heard, while Johnson takes action in creating gourmet banana bread.
This is our caramel-infused banana bread, roasted salted peanuts, and milk chocolate chips.
Okay, do you want to try one with me?
Absolutely.
And the Snicky.
So what motivated you to make banana bread?
Well, the funny thing is, I never liked bananas or banana bread until I started my own company. I was caregiving at the time, and my client would send me to her favorite coffee shop every day of my shift for banana bread and coffee. They were out one day, so she asked me to bake a loaf, and I did. And from there, I just started experimenting with different flavors, different extracts, and started developing different flavors. So I decided to start my own business. And here we are 3 years later with 38 total flavors of banana bread.
Spence says it's a safe space for building community.
Through baking, she's been able to show that, you can taste her love, And with my words, as I've been told, I'm able to move people, and really inspire them to want to make a difference in the community. And so that kind of gave us the idea of how can we combine that together, Well, what about a lounge where they can come and sit and chill, and if they wanted to, speak some, do a stand-up or do some poetry or, talk about their life and their day in a safe environment, right? And then eat some great food, because we're not gonna just have banana bread, we're gonna have a limited lunch and dinner menu, and that's where you're gonna really taste the love. So it's just about sharing that love and spreading it out in the community.
Spence says she has advice for poets who might be afraid to take the mic.
I say, do it. It's very liberating. It's freeing, because finally, even if nobody understood your poem, you got to say it out loud. I just dare you to try it, at least once.
If visual art is more your style, the lounge also has space for local artists to display their work. Reporting in Richland, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
What a great feel-good story. Banana bread as well. Spence also says they are in the works of having adult game nights and paint and poetry events. They also would like to make it known that this is an alcohol-free space for the entire community, and this is only their soft opening, and they plan to have a grand opening sometime in May. Melissa.
Love to see that. Now, not all of the growth we're seeing, though, in the Tri-Cities is happening in the downtown areas. Coming up tomorrow at 6, we're going to show you updated plans for a first-of-its-kind fertilizer plant in development for this area out on the outskirts of Richland.
There's not a big and domestic fertilizer producer in the Pacific Northwest. And so Atlas Agro endeavors to be that and to be a decarbonized version of that.
We'll talk about what made this location so attractive to Atlas Agro and when you can expect to see delivery trucks rolling. That's coming up tomorrow on Apple Valley News Now at 6.
New tonight from the Tri-Cities Airport. Today, officials announced a brand new pilot program that will study the effectiveness of worm-powered wastewater treatment. It's the first thing in the country as far as it's the first airport that's trying this out. So they're partnering with a company called Biofiltro. Officials tell us this project will study the effectiveness of worm-powered wastewater treatment on airport de-icing wastewater. De-icing is a critical component for aircraft in the winter months, but the fluids are predominantly made of glycol and other ingredients that are potentially dangerous for the environment if not properly collected and disposed.
I was in our economic development director's office, Stephen McFadden, and he was telling me about this system that uses worms for wastewater and food processing and some ag uses where they have a need. And I was like, do you think this would work for our glycol? And he's like, I don't know. He called him up and they said they don't know. They came out, took a sample, went into their laboratory, and they said, we feel this can work.
The pilot unit is 90 square feet of Biofiltro's patented biodynamic beta system. It will treat a portion of Tri-City's de-icing wastewater for a 180-day period. If it is successful, the project is set to continue. We'll keep you posted.
Well, fortunately, we won't need de-icer for a while here in the Tri-Cities. We're seeing some gorgeous weather out there. Stacey Lee is taking a look ahead to your weekend, coming up in your First Alert forecast.
Look at the guys, they're getting ready for tonight's game. Speaking of sports, congratulations are in order for the Tri-Cities Junior Americans. But this is not the only activity available for children and teens in our region. We're talking about that next on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6.
Ooh, it's on. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
It's breathtaking.
Oh.
Just, oh.
Wow.
That's the reaction I was looking for.
From Paris to Milan, New York to Tokyo, fashion shows have graced the world's most glamorous stages. And now, the world is turning its eyes to the Tri-Cities for the 2024 Goodwill High School Fashion Show. They've got like major style, endless creativity, and seriously, they've got like an enormous amount of heart, you guys. Don't even think about missing the fashion event of the year, Goodwill's 2024 High School Fashion Show. See you at the show.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pai gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Is your closet cramped and cluttered? Well, now there's Space Triangles, the clever new hanging device that fits over any hanger to save you closet space in seconds. And now may be your last chance to get them for a low price. Now you can vertically hang multiple items, guaranteeing that you'll have up to 70% more space in your closet. Your closet can go from messy to marvelous in no time with ease. The ingenious slip-over design secures the hangers vertically. It snugly fits all types of hangers to save you space. Order now to get an 18-piece set of Space Triangles for just $9.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get Space Triangles at this low price. There is a strict limit of 1 closet pack per order while supplies last. Once they're gone forever. Order now.
Call 1-800-587-3514. Call or visit spacetriangles.com. So call 1-800-587-3514 now.
If you have a high school senior in your family, listen up. This message is for you. A college education is expensive. The Molly Davis Scholarship Program can help with up to $7,500 per year. It's easy to apply. Just go to yakimarotarytrust.org and click on the Molly Davis Scholarship tab. Hundreds of Yakima County residents have achieved the dream of a higher education thanks to the Molly Davis Scholarship Program.
Applications end May 1st, so apply today.
An accident can shatter your life. The award-winning team at Tamaki Law can put your life back together.
I'm attorney Brian Smith.
And I'm attorney Megan Hale. Thank you for voting us Yakima's first choice for personal injury, civil law, and best overall law firm.
We are honored and grateful to be part of this amazing community.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra. Thanks for staying with us on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6. New tonight, the Tri-Cities Amateur Hockey Association 14U Tier 2 team is celebrating as the team, coached by a Kennewick police officer, took 3rd place in the entire nation during a national championship. The department says this is one way officers can get to know our youth.
Yeah, so pretty crazy achievement for the Tri-City Junior Americans 14U team to take third in the nation.
Those young athletes took third this past weekend in New York and at the USA Hockey National Championship.
So their season's done now. I mean, that's the highest level that they can compete at, which is really, really cool. To take third in the entire nation, I mean, they've competed against teams from Indiana, Atlanta, Connecticut.
The team is coached by KPD's very own Sergeant Ryan Kelly. They competed against teams from across the country and finished the season with a record of 64 wins, only 5 losses, and 1 tie.
It can give us a perspective that sometimes leads to a solution for a problem that doesn't end in an arrest.
KPD spokesman Isaac Merkel told me today this is just one example of the many efforts the department undertakes, all to support the community, but especially our youth. Merkel says the perspective gained by officers through coaching or volunteering helps them as they respond to calls for service.
Sergeant Kelly and his assistant coaches and the parents worked really hard all season, and they had to make their way through districts and state and then on to the national tournament where they competed very hard.
Sports, the arts, STEM, and many other youth activities have shown to be a violence and crime prevention tool. That's why KPD gets involved in other after-school programs as well.
You know, we think it's very important that youth get involved in sports, the arts, STEM, anything that they like, because it teaches great lessons about respect, hard work, and that we need everybody to work together to achieve a common goal.
Some other programs officers are currently involved with include Arts and Crafts with the City of Kennewick, Boys and Girls Club Art Program, the YMCA STEM Program, plus Tri-County Habitat for Humanity's Youth Volunteer Program. You can sign your child up right now for any of those opportunities. We have a link to do that on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. Melissa.
Kennewick Police hosted Coffee with a Cop at the Barnes & Noble at the Columbia Center Mall today. That was from 2 until 4 this afternoon. One officer at the event spoke with us. He says this wasn't their first time and it won't be the last Coffee with a Cop. The officer says KPD thinks it's important to have community events like this because it allows you to ask your questions or just get to know the officers.
Because it makes us more approachable. I think that way when you see me next time at a store in uniform, out of uniform, it makes it to where it's easier to come and get to know us because you remember one of us or all of us from a past instance that was a very positive one where we shared a cup of coffee and a good conversation.
Now there will be more, we're told, but they don't have an exact date on when the next one will be.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Well, let's face it, it's April and we've been on that weather roller coaster this month and we're staying there today. Remember, we warmed up to 70 degrees yesterday. We didn't quite get there today in the area. A little bit cooler this evening, but the winds at least calmed down and you still have a little bit of daylight out there if you want to do some yard work. Yakima, temperature staying fairly warm. We'll be hitting the 50s by 8 o'clock tonight. Tri-Cities, good night to sit out by the fire pit in the backyard. A few clouds in the sky, but overall nice and calm, pretty good evening. And even a picnic in store. Walla Walla, again, overcast skies. Winds are light tonight. Temperatures on the cooler side. And in Hermiston, you can get out and still get some yard work done before sunset in about in about an hour from now. Now, what's not cooperating is our pollen counts. They are really high and they continue to grow. If you're sniffling, sneezing, or itching, that is why. We've got a lot of pollen in the air and that wind really spread it around yesterday. So just be aware of that. Dust Devil Sky Cam in Pasco tonight. We have a few clouds on the sky. The guys, I saw the team out on the field. They're getting ready to take the field here in just a little bit. They're playing Spokane tonight. 63 degrees, winds are light at 5, and our sunset at 7:38. So a little shift in the weather pattern. We're fairly clear today. Here comes that next system moving in offshore, mainly in the northern portion of the state, British Columbia. We'll see some rain on the west side. However, as that filters through the region, it's going to bring some scattered showers and then move to the south. We'll see wet weather through the Portland area, probably along the Oregon coast and the Cascades of Oregon. But we have a chance of some stray showers moving through our area as well. Let's take a look at our futurecast. We're going to be rain shadowed for the most part in the Columbia Basin and most of the Yakima Valley, but you do see some showers moving through between Ellensburg and Yakima off to the west. Now, as that system progresses, we'll see more showers moving up along the foothills of the Blues. Light showers to begin with on Thursday and a stray shower here and there in Yakima. As we shift into Friday, that's when things could change. We see that darker orange-yellow color here. That means we have the potential for some thunder and lightning and some more scattered showers, very light, if it even hits the ground through the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. That will move out on Friday, and then we have a ridge building for the weekend. That's going to give us high pressure and pretty nice weather. Plus, we have that temperature slowly rising, gradually getting back to the 70s for the weekend in Yakima. Same thing, will be up close to 70 tomorrow and Friday, getting up into the 70s by the weekend. And then we have a big cool down coming once again next week. Partly cloudy, quiet through the area tonight, 30s and 40s all through the region. Tomorrow is going to be cloudy with some stray showers, mainly along the foothills of the Blues and maybe in the Yakima Kittitas Valley. Here's your 7-day planner. A little bit overcast, Tri-Cities and Yakima, the big warm up and the beautiful weekend ahead of you, and then another big cool down heading into the week. Taking a peek at Walla Walla and Hermiston, that's where a little more active weather could happen along the foothills of the Blues. We have about a 40% chance of some active thunder showers on Friday through the region. Slight chance of rain here, but once again a beautiful weekend and then a cool down with more active weather starting next week. So overall, enjoy the weekend to come. There's lots more to talk about tonight. Stay with us as we get ready for our 6:30 newscast. Austin, Alyssa.
All right, Stacy, thank you. Still ahead on your news at 5, Ford is recalling tens of thousands of small SUVs.
Yeah, but their proposed solution isn't to replace the part that's causing a problem. We'll explain coming up.
This is gonna be delicious. Tomorrow, GMA's in search of America's best comfort food. From sweets to burgers, tacos, fried chicken, mac and cheese. Oh, my mouth's watering just reading this promo. Will we be at your favorite comfort food spot? It's one tasty week on GMA.
Hepatitis C? Don't just treat it. Crush it with Maverick.
Conquer it with Maverick.
Cure it with Maverick. Maverick cures all types of Hep C.
In only 8 weeks.
The virus multiplies daily and can damage the liver over time. Maverick stops Hep C and cures it. If you've had hepatitis B, it may flare up and cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you've had Hep B, a liver or kidney transplant, other liver problems, HIV, other medical conditions, and all your medicines. Do not take Maverick with atazanavir or rifampin. Report right away yellow skin, stomach pain or swelling, confusion and bleeding or bruising.
Hep C? Crush it with Maverick.
Conquer it.
Cure it in only 8 weeks. See Hep C gone with Maverick.
Ask your doctor about Maverick. AbbVie could help you save.
Why is my internet slow? There's only 16 devices connected.
I'm so over this. My cable internet bill just increased again.
My upload speed is so bad, I can't even run a stream without buffering.
Defeat cable lag. Switch to Ziply Fiber, America's fastest home internet. 25 times faster uploads. $65 less a month in cable. Ziply Fiber. Call 1-888-GO-ZIPLY or visit ziplyfiber.com/GoZiply.
Like most backseat drivers, I'm all about safety. Uh-oh! A Schwab fixes brakes, steering, and more.
Right now, during our spring tire sale, save up to $80 on select sets of 4 tires.
Race towards big wins at Wild Horse Resort and Casino during the $125,000 Derby Dash for cash and prizes. The track comes alive with over $13,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday. Pick your lucky horse, jockey your way to victory, and ride away with up to $700 cash. Then join us Saturday, April 27 for a $15,000 grand prize. 3 winners will race towards the finish line, and the winner takes home $10,000 cash. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often.
If your family is anything like this, you need quality floors from Empire today. Like durable carpet with built-in stain and pet protection. Tough wood laminate with a scratch-resistant finish. Or waterproof vinyl plank floors. Even bath time is no match. And when life happens, Empire backs every floor with great warranties. Quality floors you can count on.
Save $350 on your next project. Call this special number now.
1-844-254-8536.
April is National Foot and Ankle Health Awareness Month. After showering, dry and moisturize your feet to avoid infections. Get more at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Prosser Orthopedic Center podiatrist Dr. Jerry Clifford is accepting new patients. This is how we care.
Welcome back. A consumer alert tonight. Ford is recalling tens of thousands of small SUVs because of a problem that could cause fires. But their solution doesn't exactly fix the problem. Ford is recalling some 2022 and 2023 Bronco Sport SUVs and 2022 Escape SUVs. Now, both of these vehicles have fuel injectors that can crack and drip gasoline near ignition sources. Ford's solution is to install a tube so that any leaking fuel gets redirected away from the hot surfaces in the engine, and to update engine control software to monitor fuel pressure and take action if there's a drop. Still ahead tonight, take a look at this. The man behind this huge fire in Grandview has now been sentenced. We'll learn his punishment and hear from the U.S. District Attorney coming up at 6:30.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Life can be hard. With Culligan, your water doesn't have to be.
Take advantage of the tax credits you can, including the annual Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. You can get money back on state taxes already paid. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
When you or your loved one has been seriously injured, you want the best law firm on your side. Abeta Nelson Injury Law is the most highly awarded and experienced personal injury firm in Central Washington. Our office has secured the most million-dollar car crash recoveries in Central Washington. You can trust us to have your back. The time for bringing your claim is limited, so don't wait. Call us today for a no-obligation consultation. Abeta Nelson, we take your injury personally.
Our goal is to be in this community in 50 years, in 100 years. We're here to take care of this community that's taking such good care of our family. That's why we fully inspect our vehicles and certify everything, because it's just the right thing to do. It is kind of at the core of who we are, that we don't miss anything, that we catch every little detail. We have our customers' lives in our hands, so if they miss something, I mean, it's a huge deal. And so I give that speech to kind of every technician that comes through our door so they understand how important their job is. The most important part of our certified process is the fact that you get full transparency. We're here to make sure that our customers feel confident and comfortable with the decisions they're making. Buying pre-owned with McCurley means your vehicle meets a higher standard.
Find your way home in a Subaru certified pre-owned vehicle from McCurley Subaru.
Oh my gosh, wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms. Take action with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. Try it today for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
You were nominated for Volunteers Count, and you won it. You've got yourself a $1,000 donation from STCU.
Very rewarding. It makes it all worthwhile. She was just the perfect person.
Please tell us a story of someone you believe is making an impact.
Stop thinking, let things happen, and be the ball. Better yet, see the ball with K2 Vision RLE. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
Welcome back. Consumer Reports says the version of Lunchables specifically created for use in schools shouldn't be allowed. The Consumer Watchdog Group says the school lunch version of Lunchables has too much sodium for kiddos. It was made available nationally last year. Consumer Reports says it recently compared the nutritional profiles of two Lunchables kits served in schools and found they have even higher levels of sodium than the Lunchables kits consumers can buy in stores.
Oh, but they are easy though, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm old and I still like them.
You know, that's charcuterie, right? Yes. Now, still ahead tonight, the EPA is taking action for the first time to get potentially toxic chemicals out of your tap water.
This is something we've been tracking in Washington for years, but the change could come at a cost.
And the man behind a huge fire that destroyed a Dollar Tree in Grandview nearly 2 years ago has now learned how long he'll spend behind bars. The news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Welcome back, everybody. Today, the Biden administration finalized the first ever nationwide limits on toxic forever chemicals in tap water. Advocates say that the step will lower potential health risks for millions of Americans.
But opponents are saying now it could also raise costs by forcing water utilities to install expensive treatment systems. ABC's Jacqueline Lee has a closer look at the issue.
In a major announcement Wednesday, the Environmental Protection Agency is providing a first ever national standard for the presence of so-called forever chemicals in drinking water, a move they say will protect about 100 million people.
This rule really is a breakout from where we've been for decades. Finally, we're seeing government start to take the PFAS crisis seriously.
Commonly known as PFAS, the EPA is limiting 6 types of these substances. The chemicals are commonly found in items like fire extinguishing foam, food packaging, and dental floss. Since the chemicals break down very slowly, it can build up in people, animals, and the environment over time and lead to an increase in cholesterol, changes in liver enzymes, and pregnancy complications, according to the CDC.
We're starting with this 6 because with this 6, we have the best science and data to design these health standards. So what EPA is doing is we're measuring twice and we're cutting once. This is the first of 6, and we're going to continue until we get to all of them.
Water systems will now have 3 years to monitor for these chemicals and then 2 years to implement new technology to reduce their levels, according to the EPA. $1 billion in funding from the bipartisan infrastructure law will help states with water testing and treatment.
Everyone should be able to turn on the tap and know that the glass of water they fill is safe to drink and free of pollutants that harm people's health and well-being.
The American Chemistry Council released a statement last summer criticizing the plan, stating the EPA analysis was flawed and underestimated the cost of compliance for water systems. The EPA estimates between 6 and 10% of the 66,000 public drinking water systems will have to take action to meet the new drinking water standard. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Now, PFAS contamination in well water has been an ongoing problem for people living near the Yakima Training Center. The U.S. Army and the Washington State Department of Ecology have been working on cleanup efforts at the training center for several years now. And the Army recently began installing individual water treatment systems in some East Sela homes that were dealing with particularly high levels of contamination. These new rules from the EPA could mean that more homes qualify to have the Army install these water treatment systems, which can cost anywhere from $7,500 to about $35,000 apiece. That decision will have to come from the Department of Defense.
Well, let's get a first look at your forecast because the weekend is getting closer. Hi, Stacy.
So I've been spying on lots of sporting activities, including there's been a few golfers out here. Check it out. They have a great night of golf. Good weather. This is what I like to golf in. It's clear, a few clouds in the sky, 63 degrees in our Legends Casino Skycam, Columbia Point in Richland. Winds are nice and light, so you can't blame that on your golf shot, just saying. Sunset, 7:38. Let's take a look at our temperatures overnight. Grab a coat, a little on the cool side once again in the 40s. Most of our areas hitting the 40s. 39, though, tonight in Yakima, 38 in Ellensburg, so not a bad looking forecast. Planning your day tomorrow, going to be a little overcast with a slight chance of some showers through Yakima. We're in the rain shadow here in the Tri-Cities, but we'll see more clouds in the sky. Winds will be light towards Walla Walla, a little more breezy there with a better chance of some showers later in the afternoon. So get ready for a partly cloudy, calm night. Cloudy, slightly breezy in some areas tomorrow. Light showers possible in the foothills and the Yakima Valley, but a nice weekend with some warmer temperatures on the way. I'll tell you just how warm it's going to get coming up. Austin, Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacey. And new at 6:30, a follow-up tonight to an arson case nearly 2 years in the making. 48-year-old Christopher Schlacks will spend the next 5 years in prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release. Prosecutors say he burglarized the Grandview Dollar Tree on July 4th of 2022, then set it on fire. Now, he also set fruit bins on fire before the burglary as a distraction. Altogether, those two fires caused more than $3 million in damage. But U.S. Attorney Vanessa Waldrop released a statement today saying the crimes went beyond causing financial loss.
This fire setting caused incredible damage to local businesses in Yakima and, critically, caused first responders to engage in using their resources to put out fires, to protect our neighborhoods, protect businesses. And those resources need to go to true emergencies, not ones that are committed by individuals engaged in a series of criminal activities.
Now, prosecutors say Schlax had done the same thing a few days before the Grandview fires. He pleaded guilty to 3 charges. An alleged accomplice has pleaded not guilty to crimes in relation to this case, and he is currently awaiting trial.
We are continuing to track developing news from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where police are still searching for whoever started a shooting at an event celebrating the end of Ramadan. We know that multiple people were injured. Officers say 2 groups of people started shooting at one another, although it's still not clear why. Police arrested 5 people, including one 15-year-old who was shot by a police officer. Police say the teen was carrying a gun. Well, the 18-year-old accused of plotting terror attacks against churches in Coeur d'Alene pleaded not guilty in court today.
Yeah, so Alexander Mercurio was arrested on Saturday. That was hours before federal investigators believed he planned to attack churches as a show of support for ISIS. He's charged with attempting to provide material support to a designated foreign terrorist organization. The criminal complaint said he had also planned to send money to ISIS. He's scheduled to go on trial starting May 28th.
Also in Idaho, the trial officially started today for a man charged with killing both his first wife and his second wife's 2 children. Prosecutors say Chad Daybell and his second wife, Lori, created an elaborate alternate reality to justify the killings to themselves. Daybell's defense lawyers say the evidence doesn't point to him. The case has drawn national attention for years now.
The 2 children were reported missing in the fall of 2019, and investigators searched for months before they found the bodies of the 2 kids buried in Chad Daybell's yard. Chad Daybell's late wife, Tammy Daybell, reportedly died in her sleep that same fall, but investigators became suspicious after he married Lori Vallow Daybell just a couple weeks later, and they exhumed the body, and the prosecutors say that an autopsy showed that she actually died of asphyxiation.
Lori was convicted of the murders last year and has been sentenced to life in prison. Chad Daybell's trial is expected to last 2 months or more. Prosecutors say if he is convicted, they will seek the death penalty.
A Senate subcommittee is formally calling Boeing's CEO to answer questions 1 week from today. Lawmakers are looking into the safety concerns raised by the latest whistleblower to come forward. Boeing hasn't said specifically if the CEO will attend the hearing next week, but says it is cooperating with the investigation. Now, this new whistleblower says engineering issues with the company's 787 Dreamliners could cause the planes to break apart after decades of use. He hasn't provided any documented evidence. Boeing, for its part, says those claims are inaccurate. Boeing says the FAA approved a fix that the company came up with. The whistleblower is expected to testify at that Senate subcommittee hearing next week.
New inflation numbers released this morning showing an increase, which is not something analysts were hoping for. The Federal Reserve is trying to get inflation down to 2%. Karen Kafa reports we are still significantly above that.
U.S. consumers continue to feel the squeeze of higher prices for essentials like gas and shelter. The Bureau of Labor Statistics said Wednesday that the Consumer Price Index increased at a year-over-year rate of 3.5% in March, the reading the highest annual gain in the last 6 months.
This has definitely been a setback. This is not good news. It doesn't necessarily mean that the Fed or anyone else should give up the fight against inflation.
Overall grocery prices stayed flat month to month, but they're up 1.2% from a year ago.
I think consumers continue to feel the pinch. I think consumers continue to compare prices
to sort of pre-COVID or 2 or 3 years ago.
Purdue University professor of agricultural economics Joe Balagtas says that comparison, in addition to increased costs in other areas, could shade how consumers feel about their grocery tabs.
The things that we pay for outside of the grocery store also affect the money we have left to spend on groceries, right? So if we have to spend more on gasoline, if our auto insurance becomes more expensive, if our housing becomes more expensive.
Gas prices ticked up 1.7% from February to March, and the cost of auto insurance was up 2.6% last month, up a whopping 22% from 1 year ago. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
As long as the price you pay in the store or at the pump keeps going up, interest rates on everything from credit cards to home loans are likely to stay high as well. The Federal Reserve won't cut interest rates until inflation drops. Temperatures are on their way up. Stacey Lee is tracking that in her first alert weather forecast still ahead.
And we're introducing you to a local pet in need of a forever home on this week's Operation Best Friend. That's next on Apple Valley News Now at 6:30.
Seattle battles Dallas. NHL action Saturday at noon on Apple Valley News Now.
6 o'clock, bogey. Did you say burger? Because I can go for a burger. I'm not talking about burger. Roger that. Fire now.
Need burger? Get burger! Spicy Western Bacon Cheeseburger, only at Carl's Jr.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, Pai Gow, Heads Up Hold'em, or High Card Flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Dear sharp curves. Don't spin your wheels. With more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand, you can bet your bottom dollar we're sharper than ever. 'Cause man, we got traction. Yours, Toyota Sedans.
Right now, you can lease a new 2024 Camry for just $319 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again.
With the rain and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Call today to receive 0% financing on approved credit.
So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
The average cost of hearing aids is nearly $5,000, but now you can buy a full pair of rechargeable, wireless, nearly invisible, easy to use, and comfortable hearing devices for only $99, but only from Audient.
It's easy to use.
They're small.
A pair of $99 Audient Atoms can be sold over the phone without having to see a doctor or audiologist. Call to order.
1-800-617-3809.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The record shows no driver at fault. However, we found footage which shows the other driver caused the wreck.
Nice job. What's the insurance company's offer?
You know it's too low. Should I ask them for more?
Thanks, Shelby. But you know when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Injured in a car wreck? Call the heavy hitter, Attorney Mariano Morales.
Oh boy, look at that Carl's Jr. burger. Bacon, jalapenos, beef, cheese, bacon, beef. $5 on the app? What? Another burger. Lettuce, cheese, melty, delicious pickle. You gotta be kidding. Barbecue sauce, strip, crunchy onion rings. $5? I'm burger rich. Need burger? Get burger.
Hey everyone, this is Monica, and I work at the Tri-Cities Animal Shelter in Pasco. And today, for Operation Best Friend, I brought a very special dog named Juno. Juno is a blue-nosed pit bull mix that came to us back in October of 2023. She was found as a stray in Kennewick, near the Kennewick Winco. One of the things about Juno is that she actually came to us microchipped, and we reached out to her owner and never heard anything back. So she's been with us ever since. She's actually quite relaxed as long as no other dogs are in view. That is the one thing about her that has kept her at the shelter for so long, is that she is very reactive to other dogs. People, she's wonderful with all ages of people. She just wants to be everybody's friend, but she has not been able to make any dog friends at the shelter during her stay. Juno would much rather go and play with all of the toys in our play yard at the shelter than go for walks. She still enjoys a good walk by the river. She just wants to play with the tennis balls, play keep away, which is her favorite game. I think that the perfect home for Juno is somebody who has a really big heart that has a void that needs to be filled. She may not be able to be with other animals in a home, but she makes up for it in her companionship. Whoever adopts Juno will receive a $50 gift card to local business Paws Natural Pet Emporium for $50 to upstart spoiling your new pup.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Aw, and Juno just wants to be an only dog. There you go. All right, Dust Devil Sky Camp tonight. The game is on, so the game's underway. Good night for it. A little bit overcast and cloudy, but the winds are nice and light. I see some soccer going on in the backfield over there. 63 degrees, our humidity at 33%. Our sunset tonight at 7:38. Our winds are light at 5 miles per hour. Let's take a look at our temperatures elsewhere around the area. It's cooling down pretty quickly. 50s already we're seeing along the foothills of the Blues and Dayton. As we get up into Yakima, we have the upper 50s and low 60s. Cle Elum, a chilly 51 already this evening. Temperatures aren't going to get a lot lower. Our wind speeds, like I said, very light through the region. Big improvement from yesterday when we were seeing 30 and 40 mile an hour winds. Now, that has increased our pollen, and we've got heavy duty pollen counts as we go through this week into the weekend, and they get even higher as we get to Sunday, just so you are aware. Weather pattern, a little bit of a change. That ridge has moved on out. We've got a system moving in off the coast, mainly right here at the Canadian-Washington border. I see some snow there, mainly rain showers as it comes down. A few snowflakes maybe in those northern Cascades, transitioning to rain showers to the south with some scattered stray showers through our region. And as we get into Friday, things get a little more unsettled. Here comes those clouds tomorrow morning. Could see a couple of stray showers pass through in the early afternoon in the Yakima-Kittitas Valley. As the day and evening progresses, you'll start to see those showers forming along the foothills of the Blues. Rain shadowed here in the Columbia Basin all the way up through Sunnyside. As we get to our Friday, that's where we can see some more rain showers. We do see some snow showers along Cascade Crest here, upper elevations, and that could transition to rain, so a rain mix with snow. Friday afternoon, evening, we have a higher potential for thunder and lightning. Right now, it seems to be staying to the east of the area, but we could see a couple of those systems or storms develop over the Blue Mountains and in the foothills on Friday. Partly cloudy, quiet evening. We're in the 30s and 40s tonight, so grab a coat, a little on the cold side. Tomorrow, it's going to be cloudy, overcast with some sun breaks, but stray showers possible in the Yakima-Kittitas Valley foothills of the Blues. Let's plan your day tomorrow. The winds are going to stay nice and light. Pretty much overcast conditions in Yakima all day long. Tri-Cities will have some sun early part of the day, and then those clouds really move in later in the afternoon, but temperatures getting up to 68 by midday. A little bit breezy around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Going to be nice light winds for us in Walla Walla tomorrow, with temperatures starting out in the 40s, ending up in the mid 60s. And in Hermiston, look for some sunshine through most of the day, clouding up in the evening, and a little bit breezier there in Hermiston. Your 7-day planner for Yakima, look at the weekend. Just focus on that. 70s, above average temperatures. Temperatures drop getting into next week. We'll have another system moving into the region. 70s for the Tri-Cities with a nice warm up for the weekend. and mostly clear skies with a slight chance of rain again on Tuesday. Walla Walla, that's where we could see some thunder and lightning on Friday afternoon. We'll keep a close eye on that. But other than that, things look good up until Tuesday, where we will see the cool down and a chance of showers there. In Hermiston, we're looking at the weekend. It's going to be beautiful, guys. In the 70s, enjoy that. Cool down comes on Monday into next week. Still to come, your viewer photo of the day. Austin, Alyssa.
All right, good stuff, Stacey. Thank you. Up next on Apple Valley News Now at 6:30, it could be an easy way to get your name in the history books.
Yeah, WSU is asking for your suggestions to name a brand new apple, but there's some rules. We're going to tell you about it next.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Hey, Dad, look.
Us.
This is the magma chamber.
This isn't us, is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other?
She's not answering.
What? And when our phones have turned us into this, LT, what do you do when you're a company that sells them? we gotta fix this. It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes. Feels good. And let's find us again. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
My family's been serving the Tri-Cities for 85 years at Griggs and the Tri-Cities Ace stores. And we have some deals we don't want you to miss. Choose from these long-handled garden tools at only $19.99. Miracle Grow garden soil save 42%. 2 bags for $10. This premium garden hose is a steal at $29.99. Triple 16 fertilizer, the lowest price around, only $24.88. See all of the deals by using this QR code. So come see us at Griggs and your Tri-Cities Ace stores, and thank you for your business.
Race towards big wins at Wild Horse Resort and Casino during the $125,000 Derby Dash for cash and prizes. The track comes alive with over $13,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday. Pick your lucky horse, jockey your way to victory, and ride away with up to $700 cash. Then join us Saturday, April 27 for a $15,000 grand prize. 3 winners will race towards the finish line, and the winner takes home $10,000 cash. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often.
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus, get 0 down and 0% APR for 84 months or up to $2,800 off select Kubota tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at GoKubota.com.
People don't really realize how much of an impact the feet have on the rest of the body. A lot of times people with knee pain, there's really nothing going on with their knee. The issue is actually stemming from the foot. So now we're predisposed to hip pain, low back pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that when the foot's placed in the ideal position, everything else up the kinetic chain works better. You have better balance, more energy, you're gonna feel better, and you're not gonna have to spend so much time worrying and thinking about your pain.
See what we can do for you with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
The news you care about most happens close to home.
Families, schools, safety.
We got it covered.
Plus, see what's coming and how it will affect you.
We're Apple Valley News Now, and we're on your side.
On your side.
We're Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
ET and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra. Since we are Apple Valley News Now, we got to talk about this. What would you name a new type of apple? And that's the question WSU is asking everybody.
They are doing lots of hybrids up there. They've opened up a contest to come up with a name for the newest option. Right now, it's called WA64. Not super catchy. No. So they've been developing this for decades. They mixed a Honeycrisp apple with a Pink Lady apple. So if you've got a great idea for a name, you can get it to WSU before the 5th of May. There are some rules, though. You only get one shot. You can't use profanity. You can't reference anything illegal. I'm sorry. No mashups of the parent names, the Honeycrisp and the Pink Lady. Those are not allowed. And you will get bonus points for any name that references WSU, references the state of Washington, or something about the apple itself. You can find all of this information and a link to the contest if you've got a great idea over on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.
All right, and if you want to send us an email or social media message with tips, you can do that as well. We'll continue to talk about that.
All right, we're going to take a look at your viewer photo of the day when we come right back.
Dishwasher on the fritz. Laundry giving you fits. A water heater that quits. In a world without Culligan, hard water makes life harder. Get a Culligan softener, the world's best. Put your water worries to rest. Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
April is Home Run Riches Month at Legends Casino Hotel, where you're guaranteed $1,000 just for stepping up to the plate, with a chance to round the bases for 10 grand. Just play with your Legends rewards card, and you could be called a pinch hit on Thursdays and win thousands of dollars. You don't even need a complicated contract or sleazy agent to bet on our team. Hey, better, swing better. Come play Home Run Riches all April long at Legends Casino Hotel.
No matter what roads lead you home, McCurley Mazda is about to make your journey even better. Whether it's cruising riverside highways, winding vineyard trails, or anywhere else your travels take you, now is the perfect time to upgrade your way home. Visit McCurley in the Pasco Autoplex today for this special offer.
Find your way home in a new 2024 Mazda CX-5 with 0% financing up to 60 months from McCurley Mazda.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $1,950 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
This is not just laundry. This is laundry that's one and done. This is the ultra-fast combo laundry machine that does both washing and drying cycles. This is revolutionizing laundry. This is GE Profile.
Fred's has the GE Profile one and done laundry machine in stock and on sale for only $24.99. Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with a limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again.
With the rain and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Call today to receive 0% financing on approved credit.
So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
Seattle battles Dallas. NHL action Saturday at noon on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back. We always like to end on a positive note with your viewer photo of the day.
That's right. And it's spring, so we get a lot of great springy photos. Look how blue the sky is and that beautiful cherry tree in bloom. Most of those blooms probably blown off by yesterday's windstorm, but thanks for the photo, Christopher. We appreciate that. Quickest way to get your photo on is that little QR code on the right side of your screen. Get up there with your phone and it'll take you right to where you need to go to upload your photo. Let's take a quick peek at tomorrow's temperatures and conditions. Not too bad out the door. A little overcast with some stray showers possible in Yakima. Rain shadowed Tri-Cities, but a little overcast. A little bit of a light breeze and maybe a few late afternoon showers in Walla Walla. Temperatures not too bad, guys. So, and the warm up is on the way. The weekend is going to be fab.
Love to see that. Thank you, Stacy, and thank you so much for watching. You can always find the latest on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com.
We're back at 11, hoping your news is good news.
Night.